WVUA News at 5 with your award-winning news team, Lynn Brooks, Terry Brewer, weather with Richard Scott, and sports with Gary Harris.
Coming up in home team weather, watch a few scattered storms on radar just west of Birmingham, moving into Tuscaloosa County. How long is the storms going to stick around? And how about the rain chances ahead for the weekend? Weather straight ahead. Stay with us.
There's a big development tonight in the case of the 2006 West Alabama church fires. We'll have the latest on that. And if you've suffered due to the recent dry weather, there could be some help available for you. We'll show you where you can find it. We're glad you're with us this evening. I'm Terry Brewer. Lynn Brooks has the night off. In our top story at 5 o'clock, we begin with an 18-wheeler crash in a busy part of Tuscaloosa. The crash caused a temporary road closure in the area of exit 71B. An 18-wheeler overturned on the ramp this afternoon, leaving a man trapped with witnesses trying to help him. Tuscaloosa Fire Rescue Service arrived on the scene and removed the man from the vehicle. The man suffered minor injuries and was taken to the hospital for further evaluation. The road is now back open. This evening, there are big updates in two ongoing stories. First, one of the convicted arsonists in 2006 West Alabama church burnings will get early release from prison. Bibb County District Attorney Michael Jackson says earlier today a judge granted Russell DeBusk early release from federal prison. DeBusk was one of the 3 college students convicted of setting a string of fires at rural West Alabama churches back in 2006. District Attorney Jackson says he has no idea why the judge granted the early release. State prison officials say their records showed DeBusk has not yet been released. Jackson said he did not know when DeBusk would go free. And at tonight's Northport City Council meeting, the council is set to hear a police department management review. Back in February, the city put Northport Police Chief Robert Green on paid administrative leave. Also in February, the council voted for an internal audit on the operations of the Northport Police Department. At the time, Northport Mayor Bobby Hernan says everyone is subject to an evaluation at some point. Join us tonight on WVUA News at 10 for a full report on the findings of the review. Well, Alabama is in the midst of some dry weather, and it's gotten so serious in some areas, there are now loans available for help. We'll look at who is impacted in just a moment, but first, Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott has a look at just how much rain we need in a first check of Alabama's home team weather. Hi, Richard.
Hey, Terry, good Monday afternoon to you. Now, we got rain on radar. We had a lot of rain last week, so a lot of people talking about the drought situation lessening, but unfortunately for the farmers out there, it's too late. We should have had more rain earlier this season during the growing season. Right now, we have some rain out there, but it's just, again, too late for a lot of the farmers out there suffering across the area. Right now, Tuscaloosa County into Walker County seeing some rain right now, just southwest city of Jasper into downtown Oakman right now, having a little rain in this hour. Some shower storms extend into east Tuscaloosa County. Now, these are actually moving off towards the west-southwest, so some spots getting that rain today, other spots staying dry. Now, this is what we need in terms of the rainfall deficit. This is how much we're behind right now, over 7 inches, almost 7.5 inches behind in the city of Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, close to 7 inches in that departure. And again, that's the yearly departure, so we need more than 7 inches to just catch us back up to the normal for this time of year. So we're way behind. Here's that forecast tonight. Now, the chance to rain is low, but the good news is for all the farmers out there, at least we have a good chance to rain in the days ahead. We'll talk about the forecast plus your weekend forecast straight ahead. Stay with us.
All right, thank you, Richard. And state officials say farmers in nearly half of Alabama's counties will be eligible for low-interest federal loans as a result of a drought emergency declaration by the U.S. government. Experts say the recent rain has not been enough to maintain the moisture content needed for soil or enough nutrients for crops to survive. The drought is not only affecting crops, but also animals in the areas.
A lot of things happen when the drought hits. It not only affects that, it affects our animals as well. So that's just something else to look out for.
33 Alabama counties are primary natural disaster areas suffering from a severe or extreme drought. West Alabama counties in that list include Bibb and Perry. An additional 12 counties were named as contiguous disaster counties. Those counties are also eligible for federal low-interest loans. Hale, Marengo, and Tuscaloosa counties are on that list. On your Crime Watch, an update on an Alabama case that made major national headlines. Lawyers for the woman accused of killing 3 of her colleagues at the University of Alabama in Huntsville are asking for taxpayers to pick up more of the bill on her defense. Lawyers for Amy Bishop want the Alabama Supreme Court to order the state to pay expert witnesses for her insanity defense. Specifically, it's for an expert psychiatrist and neurological testing. 47-year-old Bishop is accused of killing 3 colleagues and wounding 3 others in 2010. She was declared indigent, and taxpayers are paying for her defense against the capital murder charges. On a much different note, football season doesn't kick off until September, but football fans know that tomorrow kicks off the unofficial start to football season. SEC Media Days begin tomorrow and run through Thursday in Hoover. You will get to hear from all the SEC coaches about the upcoming season, including Alabama coach Nick Saban. Now, here is a look at each day's lineup. Tuesday, the spotlight is on Texas A&M, Missouri, Vanderbilt, and South Carolina. You'll notice that day includes this year's 2 new additions to the SEC. Wednesday, it's Mississippi State, Florida, Kentucky, Arkansas, LSU, and Auburn. And Thursday is finally when Alabama takes center stage along with Tennessee, Georgia, and Ole Miss. Your home team has the action covered. Gary Harris, John Huddleston, and Todd Hoyer will bring you all the latest from SEC Media Days with special coverage right here on WVUA TV starting tomorrow.
Coming up next, the home team weather mighty hot this afternoon. Birmingham at 77, but Tuscaloosa still baking at 94. We're going to see any cooler air across much of the area. Your forecast straight ahead. Stay with us.
He's the man who will soon be the leader of the University of Alabama. So what is the legacy he's leaving behind at his former job? We'll take an in-depth look at Dr. Guy Bailey's record coming up. And SEC Commissioner Mike Slive says there is much more work to be done before he thinks about retiring. Gary Harris will have the details in Alabama's home team sports.